Guess what? I am back. It's been a while, but 2021, am I right? So in this new edition of Planeta G, we're doing things a little differently. First, very sadly, my comadre, my ride or die, Crystal, has taken on a new job and has moved on from Greenpeace, but we wish her best of luck on her journey. And I hope you're watching, Crystal. We missed you so much. Secondly, instead of going broad this season, we are going deep. After our very last episode in the first season with Nalali Cobo and Representative Barragan, these two badass Latinas from LA, we wanted to know more about California. California is almost 40% Latinx, which is 15 million people. And it's also where most of the country's agriculture happens, and where there's oil extractions next to schools, agricultural fields, homes, and hospitals. So I called up my new friend, Mercedes Macias, who is an organizer at the Sierra Club and was born and raised in Kern County, California, to learn more. Hola, Mercedes.
Hi, Vale. How's it going?
It's going good. So the other day, you and I were talking, and you were telling me about Kern County, California, and I just could not believe some of the things you were telling me. Can you just share with our viewers a little bit what Kern County is like? What is it like where you grow up?
We have a lot of communities from all over the world and especially Central America. We are the area of California that is producing a lot of the vegetables that get shipped out to the United States and to the rest of the world. So we are the fruit basket of the world.
Yeah, I love that. To get a better idea of what it's really like, Mercedes brought us along to show us what an oil extraction site in Kern County really looks like.
We are in the Chevron oil fields in Oildale. That is a suburb in Bakersfield, California. As you can see behind me, we have a few active oil rigs extracting oil.
And so for some of our viewers, they might not be familiar with this idea of setbacks, but just the short version is basically you can extract oil next to schools, next to nursing homes, next to hospitals. And traditionally, there doesn't have to be any buffer zone between the oil extraction sites and those facilities. But what you're fighting for is setbacks so that there's distance between those facilities and the oil extraction sites, right?
Correct. So in California, every local government has the ability to make their own setbacks rule. The only health and safety concern with any kind of building or any kind of work is noise pollution, and that is already 250 feet. So it's interesting that noise is a priority of health concern over the extreme effects of oil and gas production and extraction.
And there's been some gains recently statewide, right? With Governor Newsom had an announcement.
Yes, so Governor Newsom announced that there would be a 3,200 foot setback on new oil permits. So it's really good news. We're very happy about that, but frontline communities are still dealing with the repercussions of oil drilling right next door to current, oil extraction sites. So that health risk is still there.
Statewide, over 2 million Californians live within half a mile of a drilling site. To show us what that looks like in Kern County, Mercedes brought us along to Standard School District.
I'm standing in front of Standard School District. It is within half a mile of the Chevron oil fields that we just showed you. Thousands of people in Kern County live within half a mile of oil and gas extraction sites, and we know the serious health consequences that come with that. With the governor's new public health and safety setbacks rule of 3,200 feet, that only applies to new wells and not to current existing wells. So these people who live and work and go to school right near oil fields need protection today.
So this sounds obviously like it's one of the main issues that especially Latino and Latina communities are facing in Kern County today. What are some other important issues that you think are worth mentioning that the Latinx communities are facing in Kern County?
We are facing globally a climate catastrophe, and that is causing people to, not be able to create sustainable livelihoods where they're originally from. So we have a lot of people who are coming from all over the world, escaping these really harsh conditions. We have a lot of people from Central America and Mexico coming into Bakersfield to, escape those conditions, and yet they are working in even worse conditions here. The air quality is terrible because of oil and gas. They work in agriculture where they're dealing with pesticides. The water from oil and gas extraction is used in that agriculture, so they're consuming it in one way or another. The water tables are, destroyed because of that. I don't think I know anybody in Bakersfield who doesn't have some kind of asthma. And those who have money, those who can leave, they choose to leave Bakersfield, but there's a lot of us who want to be here. This is our home.
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, I did farm worker organizing. That was one of my first 2 jobs. A lot of it was in Immokalee in Florida. Some of it was in California and Bakersfield area. And it was a rarity to meet someone who didn't have asthma. It was like an exception because most people did suffer from respiratory illnesses and asthma. And another thing that's wildly underreported are heat wave related deaths. And of course, there's the smoke from wildfires, which is linked to so many hospitalizations and death. What is it like there in the summer and during fire season?
It's almost unbearable. We have 110 and above heat every day. In order for people to work and in the agricultural business, they have to start extremely early, sometimes 3 a.m. People have to wear masks, not just because of COVID, but because of the valley fever in the air, the smoke. There are days where our local colleges and high schools hand out, masks, so that way students can go to school and breathe. And yeah, it's really, really difficult, sometimes unbearable.
Mercedes, thank you so much for being with us during this show. You really were our eyes and ears in Kern County, California. I couldn't have done it without you. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you soon, maybe in California.
Thank you so much for having me. See you.
Ciao. So what can you do about this issue? Right now, millions of Californians are living with toxic oil and gas drilling in their neighborhood. If you live in California, call on Governor Newsom to stand up for the strongest possible protection for communities living near drilling. Click on the link below to add your voice. We will have 2 more episodes in this California story arc, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next episode. In the next episode, we'll go deep into the roots of the historic oppression of farm workers in the Central Valley and the struggle and fight they put up with organizations like the United Farm Workers. Make sure you don't miss it and see you soon. Chaucito.